What's up everyone, it's the Detective, and today I'm finally going to be reviewing something that I actually got back in like November, I think. This is the Takara Tomy version of Diamond Dragonoid. This is the only Takara Tomy Bakugan I own. Now, the Takara Tomy Bakugan are made in the same factories as the Spin Master Bakugan. However, there is a special reason why I ordered this Bakugan, and I'll get into that a little later. But nonetheless, I did want to get one of the Takara Tomy released Bakugan because not only are the cards in Japanese, but the Baku-cores are different and they look really, really cool. And as you can see from the packaging, you know, it's totally different than the standard Diamond packaging. Shows the Bakugan. The back of the packaging is really kind of weird. It shows all these different trick shots, like you can set up some stacks of Baku-cores and roll in between them. It shows the card. The card is very interesting, and I'll get into that later. And it shows him with Core down there. So one of the really cool things about the Takara Tomy release of Bakugan, I'll just adjust my camera here, is that you can actually preserve the packaging. If you look right there, you can kind of see some little plastic pieces, and those are actually attached to this whole front plastic piece right here. So the idea is that this back cardboard section can just be pulled out. You pull the product out, and then you slide it back in, and then you can actually save the packaging. And that's honestly a really, really cool idea. There we go. So you can see the card just slides out the back, and then due to that plastic, you can slide it back in after. So it's kind of interesting is that it just shows the card itself just printed back there along with the Baku-cores. So that's pretty cool. You can just keep that. Honestly, super excited about that. And here's everything that we get. So I'll take it out of all the little wrappings, and then for real, let's actually start to look at this Bakugan, because there is something very special about this one specifically. And here is everything we get with the Takara Tomy Diamond Dragonoid. Let's start out with the Dragonoid itself, because this is a really, really interesting thing. So if you remember, this is the original Spin Master one. And there was that problem where due to the packaging of the Wave 1 Dragonoids, the heads would pop out, so like nearly all Diamond Dragonoids from this original release are like this. It's really unfortunate. I also think this is the first time that I've actually held this Bakugan in such a long time. But you might remember, if you were with Battle Planet at the very beginning, or if you just have some of the older Diamonds, that the first wave of Diamonds did not have metallic paint. And there were also a few like cases of Bakugan from Wave 2 where the Diamonds from Wave 2 didn't have the metallic paint, but starting kind of in Wave 2, all of the Diamonds had metallic paint. You can see here, Drago Ultra, he's got the metallic red right there, but on the original one, it's not shiny. But the really cool thing about this one is it actually has the metallic paint. You can definitely tell, just look at that, it looks fantastic. And additionally, the packaging was improved, and the actual Drago doesn't have that issue where the head just pops out. Another interesting thing to note is that you actually buy the magnet. It says a little, see that right there? It's a little M, and that stands for the magnet. And they actually put that in all the Takara Tomy Bakugan, which is definitely interesting. It's very reminiscent of the original Japanese BakuTech and just Bakugan releases. When these came out, we were still stuck with those original Battle Planet cores, which didn't have too much color going on with them. And, you know, comparing these to the Armored Alliance versions, let me actually grab some right here. I don't seem to have a red fist, but I have this one. You can definitely see how the Armored Alliance ones were actually kind of similar to the Japanese ones here. And honestly, I do think that the Armored Alliance cores are superior to the Takara Tomy ones. I just like these designs more. But the reason that Spin Master actually switched over to this, you know, to these type of core designs was actually because so many people expressed how much they loved the Takara Tomy cores, so Spin Master thought that it would be cool to just change the design to that more colorful look, and honestly, I can totally get behind it. But nonetheless, we do have our green fist and our red fist, and then flipping them over, the bottom core design is also very unique, and you can definitely see how it was kind of somewhat similar to the current Armored Alliance core. And the reason that these little spots were there, these are actually where you could like write your name on it, and I'm pretty sure that Spin Master copied that, because I know a lot of people just use like a little Sharpie and just write like their initials right there, and that's really cool. So you can see right there, plus 150 B power. It even says the core. I don't know what that is. It's like 2 stars, 4 stars. Is this like difficulty? I don't really know. I guess maybe this is like what Bakugan you're required to use it with. Either way, it's very, very interesting. Very, very cool as well. And then when we go on to the character card, I know I'm just filming this all at once, but I really just wanted to kind of have this video be, you know, me kind of reacting to this Bakugan a little bit. The Diamonds actually get their own character cards, which I'm very glad that Spin Master didn't do, considering the Diamonds aren't just like promos that you get in Japan. Like, you know, this was a kind of promotional release that you would get. I guess maybe the little Baku-core stars here are the same things there. Like, it needs to be fewer or equal, you know, little dots to the amount on the card. But very interesting. You know, it shows Diamond Dragonoid right there. It doesn't even say Diamond. It just says Dragonoid. It has the Diamond Dragonoid art, and then it says just B-Power 200. So, very, very interesting. Like, that's really, really kind of curious, in my opinion. And I believe that's 6 damage. Just decided to adjust my camera right there a bit. So it basically shows, I don't really know, I can't read Japanese, but it says something level 3. Shows the Baku-cores, shows Bakugan shoot. Definitely love seeing the little adverts. It's really cool. Oh, I assume this is the difficulty level of how to close them up. You know, it makes sense that Nilius Ultra is the highest. And this was basically like the first wave of Bakugan. It was very interesting the way that they did it in Japan initially, and just, I guess, Asia in general. I know I keep saying Japan, but that's just because, you know, this is the Japanese, like, edition, I guess. But generally, these are just released in Asian countries. It's very interesting. They're not releasing all the same Bakugan that we get here in the US. They're just kind of just releasing, like, the anime-accurate versions, and then a few other versions, like, you know, for example, the Pirate Serpentines there. So, definitely very interesting. You can see Syndius and Drago there. Very, very cool. I love how they actually advertise kind of different challenges that you can do, kind of shooting from 1 card away, from 3 cards, and then from 2 cards. And then over there, again, just shows you, you know, lining up the magnet, card distance, etc. Honestly, super cool. And then when we get into this... Ooh, is this a poster? This is, like, really big. Hold up. Oh, it's just the fold-up guide. So you can see that. Advertises the anime up there, shows the card. And then on the back, really cool. I love how it even shows you, like, oh, it's better to keep your cores closer together than to keep them spread apart. Shows Drago versus Trox. Talks about the different elements, or the factions. You can see it even highlights Orlis a little bit. If I pick up my camera there, you can see those are the different Takara Tomy core designs. So again, you know, just to kind of compare right there. Really cool. Shows the Pegatrix, Trox. Honestly, super cool. You know, the Spin Master Bakugan, of course, like, you're going to be getting very, very similar things, but it's really just cool to see how Bakugan has been, like, adapted by Takara Tomy. But anyway, it's just really, really cool. Honestly, just being able to get, you know, the Dragonoid with all this metallic paint. You know, this is the original, this is the new one. You can just, it's really, really cool just to have that. And again, for these, the cores and the cards as well, it's honestly just really cool to be able to have the Takara Tomy version. And I guess I can recommend this to people who are just collectors, but if you're not a collector, like, or you're not, like, trying to collect all the diamonds, I really can't recommend this, because again, like, this one right here is still a pretty bad design. You know, just Drago Core in general from Battle Planet, not my favorite design, at least not anymore for sure. But it's just a cool collector's piece. You know, if you don't have this Drago Core and you just want the cool character card, maybe go for it. Or you want the shiny paint like I did, go for it. I'm pretty sure that this goes for like $20 on most Japanese websites. I think I got mine off of Yahoo Auctions for like $15. Of course, there was some shipping for that, but nonetheless, still super cool. Anyway, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm the Detective, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.